Morning, morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's see, mic check. How's the hopefully the music is not too disturbing. Hopefully the music is not too disturbing. What are we gonna do? Well, I think first and foremost, I probably just want to point out the absolute obvious, I suppose. Absolute obvious. The thing that has my attention more than anything right now are these strong upstrokes, weak downstrokes. Strong upstroke, weak downstroke, strong, strong. That's what has me the most interested at the moment. Yep. 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 That's what's got me the most interested. All right. So, anyways, let's get into some local TA here. Just want to undo the highlighters. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, let's see here. Structure from here to here remains bullish. Yep. It'll really get bearish until you lose that. And I'm not so sure that that's even going to do it. I don't think it really gets bearish until you lose this. Because there is still unmitigated demand here. There is still unmitigated demand here in the nature of this 30-minute order block with imbalance. Yeah, so you're gonna have to take out 82,500 to get me bearish at this point. Yeah, no way around that. That's what you're gonna have to take out. So we hit into some resistance. I would say if anything, it's more these highs right here than it is this manner of supply. I mean, to me, the juicier section of supply is still north of us. I have a reason for that, and my reason for that is this is where the market participants entered that caused the 4 hour break of structure, right? Like that's where it all went to hell was here. These guys, and we haven't hit them yet. This is a little bit more of a fair value-ish gap. Specifically here, not as much there, but definitely there. Yeah, a little bit more of a fair value gapish kind of thing. All right, so for that reason, I'm going to take this off because it's not going to matter anyway. You start breaking structure and you start breaking structure. So let's get that off so I don't have to stare at it. Let's get this off so I don't have to. It's already been touched anyway. Let's go ahead and move this up to here. Let's see what else we get to work with. Well, I would say that's what we have left to work with. Yeah. I don't know if we can get into here. Cool if we could. Cool if we could. I long this little SFP looking thing on market open. It was just too yeah, that was just way too tempting. I couldn't refuse it. Um Yeah, I do think this is a pretty interesting spot for a potential higher high for today. And before I do anything else, I am going to hold on. We're going to go back to like the 10. And indicate this position on here as well. And I'm going to put this in Discord before I forget. And then I'll come say hi to everybody. Hopefully some people join the chat. Where do I put all this stuff? I was going to call it junk. Boom. Okay, and now, what did I miss in the chat? Let's see. Good morning, David, Aaron, Alex O'Crypto, Albert, Radjadukuk. I probably messed that one up. Cool name. Francis, what's up? Laura Lee, good morning. Sound is good. Can't hear the music. Perfect. Okay. Good morning, Luke. We gonna continue to pump? I suspect so unless we can lose some structure. Unless we can lose some structure. Yeah, for anybody that hopped in late, this would be the most alarming low for me to lose. This one here is not as concerning to me because you still have a 30-minute order block with imbalance sitting directly underneath this low. So yeah, that one's not too concerning to me. You know, because I see that we could be experiencing some failure up here on the highs, right? And let's draw a straight line. They're always better that way. So failure here, right? Let's pump up some time frames and let's find our wick. Oops, didn't mean to go to hit the space bar and go to that chart. So we can see that we're wicking that top. I like this zone better than this zone, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not believing it. Not believing a break of that low. Nope. We SFP'd this yesterday, right? Kyle called for a short. Can't blame him at all. It's a nice 30-minute break of structure. Couldn't even get us to the order block, right? So yeah, there's some aggressive upstrokes in the market right now, and I think they should probably be taken pretty seriously. Yeah, so that's long number one, long number two for the day. Now shorts. I need to think about this. I need to think about whether or not a zone like the one above us here is capable, or if it would be logical to form a lower low off of and reverse trend. I don't think so. I really don't. I really don't. Unless, for whatever reason, maybe we were to come down here and then throw up another really aggressive up spike that looked more like this one, and then turned around and broke it. Maybe then. But I'm feeling higher low for higher high out of that zone right now. And then you peel off all that. That's what I'm feeling. Yep, that's what I'm feeling. Let me see what else is in chat, and then something else I want to talk about. Let's see here. Continue pumping. Hi from Cambridge, UK. What's up, Graham? Albert. Albert's laugh. That is, I think that's how to spell the pronunciation. What about XRP? Good for long entry now. Let's hop over and take a look real quick. I do want to talk about some of the stuff I was talking about on Bitcoin yesterday, making a comparison to a previous time in history. I got stopped out of my long on this. I grabbed a long on this yesterday, out of this region here, and got stopped out on it. All right, so let's get all this stuff out of the way. Let's get all that stuff out of the way. Population below there. Flip back here. Form a range here. All right, let's top down to like the 2. Doesn't look hateful. Doesn't look hateful for long in this area. Did we get them all? No. So we got that one. Nah, I mean, I have to caution it because of this. I have to caution it because of that. Because if we pump up, let's see, let's get up to our 15. Can we call this a 15-minute range? Yeah, no, but that's not really a confident close on the 10 either. So I would have to caution this one a bit. Even though I can see it coming here before here. I mean, I could see it happening, though theoretically, from a principle standpoint, this happened first, this happened second, this should happen third. So I guess, yeah, I can. So for that reason, I can also see it coming here before here. But the market seems to have some steam to it right now. I think that's why I'm leaning this direction before this direction. But you know, so it's like, you know, you cover, what do you cover? You cover that with a target of this or this, or I don't know where you would establish your targets at on that. Pretty internal right now. I'll go with these highlighters again. Yeah. Get this unmitigated demand below you still. Be nice to see that get nipped into. I don't think you really have to break much to get there. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't see anything on this chart right here that's probably worth me posting in Discord. You see, I would feel so much safer if you could get anything to happen market structure wise. If you get anything to happen market structure wise, where you're like, okay, I have a clear break. Now I have a place to put my stop loss. Maybe then. Maybe then. Or even like another version of that would be, right, like here, pull this low, rotate up and break this. Then I would say that starts to, for me, that gives me a heck of a lot more to work with than I currently have to work with in this range. Yeah, it just gives me a lot more to work with. Right now, I just have this problem here. Right now, I got that problem, and that's a little bit of a problem for me for an entry in that area. Okay, and then let's hop back over and keep talking about Bitcoin. I wonder how I can. I'm going to look at this closer today because the market has developed further than it was yesterday. And I'm going to see how I feel about it. So I am, let's get to like the Coinbase chart. Where that at now, homie? Where that at? I don't have TA like this on the Coinbase chart. Maybe this isn't the best one to use because I don't want to delete that stuff. We'll use this. Yeah, this is the one I want. This is the one I want. We just couldn't possibly be quite there yet. I'm hunting for this. Still hunting for this. And I don't know if we'll ever get it. I have no idea if history will repeat itself like that, but we're just not there yet. Essentially, Huh? What? Let me go back to that Coinbase chart really quick because I'm like, how does this look so weird? Yeah, there we go. It's like it does not look like that. There's this giant wick on the OKX chart that came all the way down here, and it's like, oh man, that ain't right. Um, okay, so this would be like the let me go back to the Coinbase chart and let's just talk, or well, this OKX chart or whatever. Let's just talk. I'm gonna talk my way through this. So you know you have the leg of price that comes up, hits supply, slams down, setting a new low. Nice spike on the low. You know, like a real sharp boom boom. Um, comes up, kind of sets a little bit of a high point, a little bit of a low point, manipulates above the high point, manipulates below the low point, comes up, cleans this guy off. Then does the good old W. The W. The W is what I want. This W right here. So the equivalent of where we would be at right now, in the event that we were to see something similar like that, is you know, our manipulation above the high. This would be our you know, we hit into supply, we have that big drop setting a lower low, nice V to it, you know, sharp sell to buy. So that's a manipulation above the high, manipulation below the low. This leg then flips bullish, would come back up above here, would retrace down, and we get our W in this area here. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Essentially, I was kind of full hate mode on these bear flags that we're developing. Right? I was kind of full hate mode on this, and I'm willing to give this some slack because it has come down and removed some liquidity. Actually, it looks way better on ETH if I'm not mistaken. Has come down and removed some liquids, which is you know, the my main here's why I say that, right? My main issue with a bear flag is the fact that it leaves all this liquidity behind, right? That's my main issue with the bear flag. So if we kind of take over the top and then come down and sweep up some of this liquidity and then flip bullish, then I'm like, okay, well, has it solved the problem that needed to be solved then? That's just where I'm at with that. And then furthermore, like I think I posted this chart yesterday, and I think and I don't think I have strong feelings about this. I have strong feelings about this. I mean, that's like a 12-hour break of structure on the total chart. It's probably, you know, in all reality, I mean, just in all fairness, rather, I'm pretty sure it's the same story on Bitcoin. Let's just double check it real quick. It's still a 12-hour break of structure on Bitcoin. So, which of course, because total, you know, Bitcoin really holds up that total chart anyway. So it's a break of 12-hour structure on Bitcoin. Pretty sure those mean a lot of business. If we look historically, first and foremost, they're hard to find. I mean, there's one there, but it's higher than 12. There's one here. They don't happen a lot. Nope. 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 Boom, there it is. They don't happen a lot. Having a hard time. No, that's not 12-hour. Let's say that's 12-hour. They don't happen a lot. They just don't. see. This is our, yeah, yeah. It reminds me of this right here. It reminds me of that right there. That's what it reminds me of. Right after your manipulation above the high, manipulation below the low. This right here reminds me of right where we're at. Of this right here. That reminds me of it, man, and I can't shake it. I can't shake it. It won't shake from my bones. So watch me be wrong now. Watch me be wrong now. Okay, all right, what do you guys want to take a look at? Let's see here. Before Brewberry activated his webcam, I used to think he was a 300-pound chubby guy with a baseball cap eating fast food and vaping at the same time. Yeah, not a 300-pounder. Not a 300-pounder. Nope. But I'm nonetheless, so get this, Mark. You're not too far off. I'm actually 250 pounds. So, you're kind of close. Kind of close. But baseball caps, no. But yeah, I'm like 6'5", 250 pounds. So I am nonetheless a fairly large individual. All right, what do you guys want to look at? You guys see anything interesting out there in the markets that we can go take a peep at? I think I'm done yapping about Bitcoin. Pretty sure we planned some trades. Oh, we didn't plan a short trade. I guess we planned like at least a short scalp. Really? Is this my Bybit chart? Oh, I think we decided to, yeah, that's right. We decided to delete that other box. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something here. Is there any like, I think the naked point of control is up in here, if I'm not mistaken. No. Sworn, oh, wait, hold on. Is extend right not on? No, it is on. Yeah, it's on. I feel like that's still a naked POC right there, you little crumb bugger. Yeah, yeah, short scalp. Let's change some order. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be actually kind of cool. That'd be kind of lit. I don't know what that'd have to. It's too early to tell what that would actually have to break for that to happen. Um, but yeah. So let's not shoot that far. Let's not shoot to break structure off of that. Let's shoot to like mitigate off of that, right? Where it's more like, um, I don't know, something more like that. Something more like that. I don't think we shoot for the moon off of that. But it's my personal opinion. Ave and curve. I call it curve. Layer. It's the deep, sexy boys. I can go even deeper. We can go low. All right, let's do Ave. What's up with this thing? What you been up to, Ave? Looking shaky. Looking shaky, my guy. I should probably talk out loud so it's not so silent. I would say that this high is still weak on the weekly time frame, if not the daily. Okay, so it cleaned up its entire bear flag already. That's good news. Cleaned up the whole thing. To get the 15-minute back on your side, you probably have a long. That's worse. Worse. Way worse. Worse. Yeah, no wonder. I don't think it's in an area that I would want to touch it today. If nothing else, you're stuck in the if nothing else, you're stuck in the middle of this range and currently under bearish market structure. So I think, yeah, involvement for me is going to be a rotation off the bottom of the range back to the top, or down here. For this one, 5 to 10. For this one, I want 15 to 30. Putting it in Discord. I'm putting it in Discord. Shorts? You got any shorts on here? No. No, we have no shorts on here. Nor am I going to be putting any shorts on here. Too low, man. It's too low. Too low. She's in a limbo competition right now, and she's winning. She's winning the limbo competition. I don't want to short it. I'm too tall. Too tall to short that. Yeah, too tall to short that. All right. What did oh, CRB. We were doing some shit on CRB the other week, weren't we? Yep. Yep, we was. Let's delete all this shit. All right, so you swept your range high. Lost a little bit of structure in doing so. It could even be 4-hour structure. Yeah. This meets criteria for no, it doesn't. Nope. Does it say it meets criteria for a short on a retest of the supply range after sweeping the range high and breaking 4-hour structure? You'd think so. You'd think so. I would think so at first. But alas, this bitch got some bulls in it. So you break your 4 here. You come down to your unmitigated demand range and you flip your floor back to bullish. Leaving further unmitigated demand below you. Turning said swing short into scalp short. Oh, hold on. Let me get back to like the 2. Let's not go to the 5-minute on this. Yeah. Yeah, and then you nip right off of this guy. That's what I'd hope for. Well, this demand doesn't even exist yet, so it's really kind of hard to mark. But I'm like looking for this is what I'm looking for. Probably back up to this. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah. It's just really ugly on like the 10-minute time frame when you zoom in. That's what I'm looking for. I don't really feel like that's worth putting in Discord. But that's what I would look for. That's kind of how I would look for everything to flow. Yeah. 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 That is it. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's how I would want that to flow. Is layer a thing? Is layer like a coin? What's Bitcoin up to? What's the BTC's doing, homie? What you doing, homie? Printing some green candles, homie? We printing some green candles, homie? You do you, bro. You do you. I hope that was helpful on CRV. I just don't know how else to draw it. I mean, I guess you could. There's so much of what I've just drawn that doesn't exist on the chart yet. I feel so irresponsible to do this. It feels irresponsible. It just really does. But that's more or less how I feel about it. And then let's see. We were Graham Leach says layer. So I'm going to type layer into the search bar and we're going to see what happens here. Hey, we found a coin and we're going to do some TA on it. I want a different chart. Let's just, okay. No, come on, man, bro, really? You gonna do me like this? All right, well, whatever, we're just gonna do TA and what we got then. You could look for a short at the high. You could look for a short at the high. Alerts going off. Why do I have alerts going off? Really? Okay, whatever. Back to layer. All right, let's go see what's up in this range here. This thing goes down forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Oh no, I actually think that's perfectly reasonable initial target. Yeah, I would actually put another one here. All right. Yeah, I just keep it stupid simple on this one. Oh, I didn't put my little market structure indicators. You're gonna want. Is it gonna flip its 15 right here and now? I mean, you have a slight failure at the high, but it could flip its 15 right here. What if it did this instead? See what I'd really like is either another pull of that low and then a return to bullish, or yeah, like push up into here, then pull the low, then a return to bullish off of that. That's what I would really prefer for an entry. Yeah, like to pull all of those too. Like to be down here at the 1330s, or I'm sorry, 133, 1.33s. Yeah, I'd like to be up in that area, but that's yeah, this is how I would approach it from now. If you get your 15 back on your side, this to me is the only gatekeeper for running that. This is the only gatekeeper once your 15 returns to bullish. Yeah, all that gets run through. Yeah, that all gets run through. Yeah, this is, I would say that's your only gatekeeper if you get the 15 back on your side to pull in the top again. So we'll just go ahead and throw some labels on that too. Yeah, that's where I'm at with layer. And then let's see, we get Sol render flip 4-hour bullishly, but now it's currently under bearish 1 hour. Don't really see any good trades. Love your opinion. Yeah, I got stopped out on a render long yesterday. I got stopped out in profit, but we'll go take a look at that too. Let's do Sol first. Let's do Sol first. I got a nice Sol trade yesterday off of this guy. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna. This music is currently kind of driving me crazy. I hope you guys can't hear it. So I'm about to hit the skip button on that bitch. Boy, that's a lot of lows down there, isn't it? Boy, that's a lot of lows. Let's delete all this. slightly problematic, but I don't think it's going to hold us back. There's outside of this little bugger right here, I don't think there's anything left in here to really hold us back from running that high. And as you, God, that almost looks like a PO3. That almost looks like a PO3. You hit the high and you fail to close above it, right? What does that mean? That means there's a high probability you rotate back to the low that created the high, which happened. And then you look at that and you go, man, you broke the low that created the high. But what if that was just manipulation below the low for bullish expansion? That's kind of how I'm looking at that right now, because as soon as you manipulate below the low, actually you kind of you clean up some liquidity because you take out both of those lows as well. Problem is we leave these ones, but anyways, you flip your 15 back to bullishly right after doing so here. And then you retest it and you set a new high. Yeah, I think I feel like yeah, that's a shit SL. I'm like, I feel like you could damn near get away with this today. That SL is dog shit, but I feel like you could pretty much get away with that today. Are there any shorts I see on this though? I think it's worth, because of the amount of lows that were still left behind, I think it's worth watching for a short at the high. I think it's a very slim possibility. I think it's a very slim possibility, but considering that we didn't clean all of the liquidity, I think we could look for one there, and then of course just slide that down to there. But I think that's all I really have for Soul, and this is I don't really love it. Really love it. Is there anything right on it? It is 45-minute order block right above that high. Multiple targets on that short that don't exist yet. Sorry about whistle. All right, that's where I was at with Soul. Render, we're going to take a peep at Render. How do I join your Discord? Let me see if I can help with that. Hey, Alex, or like, oh, you guys already got it. You guys already got it. Alex, you're too much, bro. You got to stop with that stuff. Render. What happened with Ethereum Classic? Render. So we had some shorts previously planned on Render. We had two ideas up here. I think this was from last week. One was this guy, right? Coming off the bottom of supply. The other one was coming a little bit more off the top of supply. So this one's already kind of done its deal, right? It's already cooked, so we can take that off. This one hasn't been tapped yet, so we'll go ahead and slide that one down. And then this one already got hit here. That one already got hit. That one already got hit. Let's go ahead and get that out of my way. that must be the one. Is that the one I got stopped out on yesterday? Yeah, that's the one I got stopped out on yesterday. Okay. And blank. Okay, we can get rid of this box because it's already done its job. All right, so we have our range. We have our initiation. Let's get this box out of the way because this already did its job too. Done with this. Now let's look at that. So we initiated, we mitigated, set a higher high, roll over. There's your bearish 1 hour. Okay. You have a little bit of unmitigated demand left in the bottom of this range. Has not been hit yet. So I think this out of my way. Let's put this. I'm not super worried about this zone because this high didn't take that high. It makes me not as worried about that zone. But I'm just trying to sandwich us in here. Yeah, you see though, yeah, this thing's doing the soul thing right now, where it like clipped the high. Oh no, soul did come back for the low. So we were looking at another coin that clipped the high but couldn't come back for the low that created it, which is pretty bullish. It's pretty bullish. It's pretty bullish. Clip that, and then yeah. So what happened is you clipped the high, but you couldn't break any structure. So therefore you roll back up. Okay. I'm debating on how I feel about, you know, something running something to here. I don't know if I have a high. I don't know if I have a high enough target to justify it. Because the risk to reward is like a 1-to-1 on that. See, it's yeah, and I don't even love that stop loss. Stop loss needs to be down there. I mean, if you can get that out of it, then you've got a 3R, but you have this in the way. And that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I think the way cooler and way easier trade to manage exists down here. I just don't know if we necessarily get it. I just don't know if we necessarily get that. But maybe if it takes another run at this and then fails to clear it the second time, then maybe we can make a rotation back down here. Then maybe we can look to cruise up north. BTC would then have to fail this high, come down, sweep this low, and activate this long trade. That's how that would look, which in all reality isn't fully hateful. Now that I look at this, you're rolling all your lows up to your high. You got everybody bullish already this morning. Get them to trade a breakout, pull it down, sweep the lows, boom. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Let's give an idea to that. That was to support what? Render. So that would be. I'm gonna put that on. I need to get it out of my way. That would be the effect of pulling all this liquidity on render, and then activating that cooler long position. Now, obviously, it could break out here. I'm just saying if we fail that, this is different. This is different. This is not the same as Bitcoin. No, no, this is not the same as Bitcoin. No, it's not. Right? Am I tripping? Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not the same. No, not the same. Yeah, yeah, I think it looks more like this. Okay, I think honestly it looks a little bit more like that on render. Um, yeah, if that were to work, I almost feel like render doesn't make it below there. What's volume gonna do at this high? Do I have time? See, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta get moving here pretty soon. Yeah, we got time for Ondo. We can do. We can do some Ondo. Okay, just reminding myself where we're at. So we hit our daily order block. We got some lift. We formed a bear flag. Let's delete some stuff. So we hit our daily order block the first time, form a bear flag, lose the bear flag. Bullish. It is bullish. It is a bullish. So obviously cleaning up all your lows. Oh, that was more of a range than it was a bull flag. Yeah, not in a million years would I fade this. Boy, it gets a little uglier once you get off the 4. Yeah, that's about what I'm feeling on Ondo. And for anybody that was on the stream earlier when we were making some other comparisons, this would be your manipulation above the range, this would be your manipulation below the range, and this would be your bullish expansion. Now, this is how I would prefer to see it flow. But I would still be interested in this if we were to roll down to it. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, is my internet dying? Hopefully my internet's not dying. Let's run a speed test on it. Yeah, it looks alright. Oh, actually, upload speed is dragging ass. Sorry if the stream's a little rough on you guys. I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. Unless we have another one to look at real quick, I think I am gonna head out. I think yeah, it's probably time for me to fucking son of a bitch. Watch that thing work. Yeah, I think it's time to get on with the rest of my day. Well, fortunately, the stream went a lot better than yesterday's. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, volume looking weak coming into that. Let's give it another second to see if I get a T&P on the BTCs anyway, and maybe we can scalp this thing. Or not. Or not. It's a runaway freight train. What does that mean? Does that mean that we get to come from here to here and then lift again? Yeah, that's exactly how I would adjust that. I mean, we like did talk about a short out of that, right? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. New target though. New target. Is a new target on the short trade. If it confirms, maybe like, I don't know if I even feel safe without having 15-minute market structure coming out of that supply. I don't even know if that's. Okay. Arrow. Hey Graham, I'm glad you liked my content. I appreciate you. Arrow. Wait, do I have Arrow over here? On the watch list. Do I got arrows on the watch list? I do. Let's come here first because it might have some previous TA that I can laugh at. Yeah. Hey. Set alert at 5487. Call me after it triggers. Set your alert there. Come back to the chart after that's triggered. Yep. Yep. It would return your weekly to bullish. You have two bearish weekly candles, so if you come up and break that at this point, you're going to have a significant break of structure on your hands. I would be, yeah, my interest begins at 55 cents and not before. It's a nice V there. It's a nice V there. I'll give you that. I mean, that's nice. That's still low volume. 945 short flipped to 631 long. They're worth 42 cents each. It's not that much volume. That's not that much volume. Bitcoin did more volume than that on its last low, and Bitcoin's worth $80,000 or some shit each. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to me after that other level I talked about. It might be the low of all low price right there that you're looking at, and it may never return to that price again ever in the history of the coin. Maybe. I don't know that. So you got to talk to me above 55 cents. Until then, it's a no thank you. It's a no thank you. 8:11. Time for me to go. Adios, mijos. Adios, mijos. All right, good stream. I'm happy with myself. I feel like I have redeemed myself from yesterday. All right. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, good news is I'm long from down here, so that's good news. All right. Yeah, I'm in the premium section of Discord, but I do post these links in the non-premium section per request. So, anyways, adios. Gotta go.